and welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, welcome to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us once again today. I officially welcome you to the month of December, a magical blessing. And in this channel, we inspire young minds, break limiting beliefs, and overcome life challenges. In this season, we'll be going on a series. Yes, we'll be going on a series in this season that I titled Prep Tips for 2022. This series will help us prepare our mind for the year 2022. And in today's episode, I'll be sharing my story. And I know you'll be blessed by this story. We'll draw a lot of moral lesson from the story and we'll pick it up from there. If you're interested in this episode, kindly sit back, relax, and keep watching. Is a cook, and if you really know the lives of cooks, you understand that the business is a very stressful one. That business is a very tedious one. And back in the days when I was still in secondary school or high school, and the business tended to affect me, it affected me all around. Every aspect of my life was affected because I never had a life of my own. Everything was dependent on the business, and I wasn't just only the one. My siblings were also affected. Everybody in the family were affected all around because everybody needs to be involved. We were all involved in that business. So it came to the point when my mom got promoted to a newer site. She now told me that I had to represent her in the previous site, the old site. So while she was selling in the new site, I was selling in the old site. And as at then, I was just 11 years old. And a lot of people were talking back then, a lot of people were saying all sorts of things, that this child that is hustling for money at this very tender age, will she ever grow interest in education? A lot of people were saying all kinds of things, but I was fully concentrated in the business because this is something we have to do. We have to just do that. There's no option for it. We have to just do that. I go to school from Monday to Friday, and on Saturday I have to go represent my mom in that old site. I sell food in that old site while my mom is in the new site selling. My secondary school back then, we had school hostel, we had day student living in the hostel and day student. And because of the tedious nature of my mom's business, my parents couldn't allow me to live in the school hostel. They said that I had to be coming from home because I play a major role in my mom's business, and if I should live in the school hostel, it will pull her back. It will affect her a lot. So I had to be coming from home instead of living in the school hostel, and it really affected me because I really want to live in the school hostel so I could concentrate in my studies and all of that, but my parents couldn't allow me because of the tedious nature of the business. So I stayed back and I was coming to school from home. I hardly had time to study. I never had time to study because we cook all through the day, all through the night till like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. That is when we round up the cooking for the night prior to the next day. And when we finish by 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., I will start thinking about myself, how to prepare for the next day in school. I start studying, reading and read all through the night and all of that. And it was really hectic for me. It was really hard. Sometimes while studying in the night, because I normally use kerosene lantern. If you know kerosene lantern, I normally use it for my studies. And sometimes when I study all through the night with the kerosene lantern, I sleep over my books, I sleep over the kerosene lantern. The kerosene lantern will overflow. The kerosene will just pour on my body, on my books, and when I wake up in the morning, I start seeing peels of my skin start peeling because of the kerosene that touched my skin and all of that. My books were stained with kerosene oil and all of that, charcoal, because we do a lot of charcoal, we do oil things, and all of these things. If you see my books back in the day, you will really know that I came out from that kind of family because it tells on my books and all of that. Whenever I'm in the kitchen, I'm with my book there. Whenever I'm doing anything, even in the toilet, anywhere I am, I'm always carrying my books around because I like using any single opportunity to study for my quizzes, for my tests, and for everything, just to prepare for the next day in school. Since I hardly catch enough sleep at night, whenever I come to class, I sleep in class. I sleep in class, especially during free times, free period. I sleep in class, and sometimes I sleep and start dreaming. Sometimes I sleep and start dreaming also funny dreams. And in my dreams, I'll see myself preparing for my mom's business. I will see myself in the dream preparing for my mom's business. I'll see myself in the dream trying to catch up with my mom's business. My mom's business engrossed me so badly. It engrossed me to the point that it was affecting my dream life, even in the classroom. The struggle was so real. Sometimes when the class is ongoing, I'll be thinking about my life in the class. I used to do that a lot, especially when I'm looking at my fellow students that always have enough time for themselves, not just for anything. They have enough time to socialize, enough time to play around, enough time to do anything they want to do. I'll just be looking at everyone face on their faces. I'll be looking at everyone in the class and I'll be wishing to be like them. I'll be wishing I had the kind of life they had at the time. I'll just be thinking, I'll be asking myself, what on earth carried me to this family? Why is it that my own case is different? Why am I struggling like this? I was just thinking, sometimes I'm being weighed down. I don't feel good at all about the whole experience. I wasn't feeling good, but this is something that I have to do. I had to do it. My dad was really contributing greatly. My dad was really contributing, but two heads are better than one. We are many in our family. We are a lot of people in the family. So when source of income is coming from two different people, it will help in the progress and the growth of a family all around. So everything was really telling on me in class. I think about my life. Sometimes I end up shedding tears, wishing to be like my fellow classmate that had all the time in the world to do anything they want to do, anything they feel like doing, but I never had that kind of opportunity. I could remember back then, anywhere I'm going, I used to carry my book. My book is always with me anywhere I'm going, even in the church. As I'm going to church, I used to carry my book along with me because our church at then they never closes on time, and whenever we closes, they start having men's meeting, women's meeting, and all this kind of meeting, deaconess meeting, deacons meeting, all this kind of meeting in church used to take a lot of time. And I and my sibling can just go home. We had to wait for my parents because it's my dad that will ride us home. We can't just leave them and go. We had to wait. So whenever I'm going to church, I carry my book with me. As they're having their men's meeting, women's meeting, deacons and deaconess meeting, I look for a close by store. I sit down there, I read just to prepare myself for the class the next day. The struggle was so real. Now, even in the midst of all the struggles, in the midst of all this challenge, I never cease to come out with the first position in my class, not just termly, but annually. Sometimes I think about it, I end up shedding tears because I know that the struggle I was going through as a then was real. It was so tough. But in the midst of everything, I still come out first in class, termly and annually. I was so surprised. I used to be surprised sometimes in my place of prayer, in my secret place. I only shed tears because it was only the grace of God that was helping me. It was just the grace of God that was helping me. A lot of people were living in the hostel. I never had the opportunity to live in the school hostel. I never had all the opportunity. My life was just that struggle. But I never ceased to come out first position, termly and annually. And all this thing kept me thinking. I just knew that the hand of God was upon my life. It wasn't just ordinary. The hand of God was just upon me. He helped me in that little time I had to spend with my book. He just directs me to what to read at every given point in time that will help me write any quiz, any examination, or whatsoever. He always helped me. He helped me all through. He never let me be put to shame because of what I was facing at the moment, because of what I was passing through at the moment. Now, what is the point of this short story? We're about to enter the year 2022, and I want us to prepare our mind. As we're about to enter this year 2022, you need to prepare your mind because We encounter challenges on daily basis. We encounter challenges, and you need to get your mind ready that no matter what you pass through, no matter what life throws at you, no matter what comes your way, do not let anything limit you on your way to success. Do not let anything limit you, or anything to stop you, or anything to cut your progress short. Give life your best. Do your best and leave the rest for God. Do your best, leave the rest for God. Never let any limitation hinder you from actualizing your dream, your goals, because very soon a lot of people will start vision boarding. A lot of people will start setting their goals for the year 2022. And you really need to prepare your mind. It's not all about setting goals, but you need to prepare this mind that no matter what comes your way, you need to fix your eyes on your goal. You need to fix your eyes on your dreams and make sure to actualize whatsoever it is. Just do your own part and leave the rest for God. Do not easily give up on things. Do not give up on things because of what you are going through. Never. Never give up on your dream because of any situation that will come your way. Because surely challenges will come our way, but you have to decide that it won't stop you from making progress. It won't limit you from actualizing your dreams. Learn to do your part. Leave the rest for God. Involve God in every process. In every process. No one can do it better. But when God is fully involved, surely you will make progress. And I also want to remind us, it's not the amount of time you have, but what you can do with that little time. What you can do with that little time, it matters a lot. It matters a lot. Make every little time, every single minute, every single second to count. You might not have the opportunity to live your best life, but make sure that every day of your life counts. Make sure that they count. And God will always crown your effort with success. In that your little effort, He will crown it with success. He will perfect every of your works. Alright guys, you're already coming to the end of this particular episode, and I do really hope you're enjoying this series. If you're really inspired by this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Let us know what you think down the comment section below. What do you think about the subject matter that was discussed in this video? Put it down in the comment section so that other people will learn from you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit on the notification bell to always get notified anytime we drop new video. And it will be great if you share this video to your friends, to your family members, to your loved ones. And thank you so much for doing that. I still remember myself, Machuku Blessing, and I hope to talk to you soon in my next video.